Picture this. You're a normal 10-year-old child living a normal life. Although your family might not be very wealthy, you have dreams and aspirations. You want to become a doctor or maybe a football player like those you watch on screen. You lie in bed thinking of the bright future that lies ahead of you, and then suddenly you hear the loud sound of an explosion, followed by deafening silence. You wake up and you're instantly consumed by a nightmarish world. Your family is dead, your house has been destroyed, and all of your possessions have gone up in flames. Now tell me, how do you pursue your dreams and aspirations with no family, no house, and no money to survive? This is the reality of millions of children worldwide. Hello everyone, my name is Sofia Faghihy and I'm one of UNICEF's youth advocates here in the UAE. And today I'm going to be talking to you about pacifism. The idea of pacifism is often neglected by the media for being something that is utopian or unattainable, but I'm going to take a moment to explain to you what it actually means. Pacifism is the idea of advocating for the absence of war and violence, and instead solving issues and disputes through peaceful resolutions. This is entirely doable. We have entire organizations, namely the United Nations and its subsidiaries, that work with the sole purpose of fostering diplomacy, and diplomacy has existed in political affairs for thousands of years. We can no longer allow politicians to use national interest and national security as excuses for the true horrors of violence and war. According to the World Bank, over 526,000 people die annually because of criminal violence and armed conflict. The actual toll of conflict, however, is far more severe than this. Those who survive are often left blind, limbless, psychologically scarred, and neglected by the societies that they live in and the societies that they flee to. War collapses entire economies, and it deprives civilians of critical access to basic rights like water, food, hygiene, and education. Beyond that, it can also create long-lasting trauma and grief within communities that are no longer able to build themselves back up. Criminality also reduces the efficacy of the justice system and creates fragile states that are forever crippled by conflict and lack of trust between the civilian population and the higher justice. There is simply no positive outcome when violence or war are involved in anything. However, given all of this, our world is still sadly plagued by conflict. Countries like Afghanistan, Sudan, Nigeria, Ukraine, Iraq, and Yemen are filled with people just like you and me who are suffering to even survive on a day-to-day basis. This is all as the result of selfish politicians' decisions to start conflicts while they are sheltered miles away from the front lines of the horrors of war, in safe houses. It is this very imbalance in equitable protection from warfare that makes pacifism such an important cause. As a UNICEF youth advocate, I urge all people and politicians to remember children. Children are ultimately the most affected and vulnerable by conflict. In a world where children need to be protected and nourished so that they can flourish to their fullest potential, it is only fair that we provide them with basic access to safety and a secure and loving life. Violence is never the answer and is never even a last resort or an option at all. That is why every single one of us can contribute to pacifism and help change the world for the better by being peaceful and establishing sustainable, positive, and long-lasting peace in the societies around us. Thank you.